This is the L2C Media Network. Whoa, Simba. This is the L2C Media Network, and this is the L2C Sports Final. Brought to you by the L2C Media Network because we don't have sponsors yet, but we would love to have some. Hint, hint, hint. Here now. Had to do a little moving somewhere. And hey, what I do for friends. Anyway, welcome one and all. This is Sports Final. What we do sports. Why don't we do it? Okay. Not exciting, isn't it? But hey, my God, these blue microphones are tough biddies. If anyone knows how I can get one of the perky shoots? Okay. All right, let's get to it. Pruitt. And the news is big. Big. Dan Snyder, after some convincing, and I think you know what convincing he had to do, or he was given. If he wants to move to the old RFK Stadium, it's going to have to do what the government wants. And the effort to get Washington's professional official review of the name following the news on Thursday that federal officials informed Snyder that either he changed the name or you won't be able to step 1 foot, 1 toe into the side of RFK Stadium. Later that day, FedEx released a statement indicating that it had asked the team in Washington to change its name. But according to a report from Adweek, FedEx was among a group of corporations, including Nike and PepsiCo, whose investors wrote to them requesting that they end their relationship with Washington unless the team changes its name. The letters to FedEx, Nike, and PepsiCo were from 87 investment firms and shareholders worth a collective $620 billion. Snyder previously stated that he would never change the team's name, but he also recently budged just a bit by renaming the lower bowl of whose statue was removed from the outside of RFK Stadium last month. Now, Marshall is the one who changed the team's name from Braves to Redskins and who both resisted the integration of the team and stated was the last one to be integrated. Well, there's a word I want to use for that guy, but unfortunately, YouTube would bite us. With political and financial pressure now being applied to Snyder, he may not have any choice and may have to change the team's name. If and when that happens, there's no shortage of options available. People have been trying to come up with alternate names for some time now. So there are plenty of potential solutions to this issue for him to choose from. And here's some of the names. Now, unfortunately, Braves, no. No. This one, too, shall pass. Same reason. Hogs, named the team after the famed offensive lineman that helped power them to 3 Super Bowls in the 80s and 90s. Interesting. There's already a built-in affinity for the name from the fan base. It's too much potential for different interpretations. If you name the team the Hogs, some of the folks say Warthogs, which was the name of Washington's indoor soccer team. But if any variation of Hogs is going to win out, it's probably regular style rather than Warthogs. How about Red Hawks? There's nothing wrong with that, is there? Well, Miami of Ohio University helpfully suggested this one all the way back in 2014. While it would make for a smooth transition, it seems unlikely that the team would choose to become the second to make this exact name change from Redskins to Red Hawks. No. How about Senators? Here's a couple of reasons why that ain't going to happen. The Senate has a disastrous approval rating, so I'm not sure anybody would want to root for the Senators. More importantly, that the Washington Nationals still own that name, Washington Senators. So it wouldn't be possible even if Snyder wanted to pay tribute to the city's original baseball team unless he bought the name from Randy Warner. Again, unlikely. How about the Americans, the Generals, other military names? Military names, yeah. I mean, one of the other teams in Washington's named the Capitals. Naming the team after the Senate or the House of Reps seems like a horrendous idea, but it is based on our nation's capital. So, some people are going to suggest naming it either after the country itself or one branch or another of the armed services. Personally, the Americans or the Generals, though, well, the Generals, maybe not. And sorry, but Navy, Air Force, Army, they've already been taken. I don't think the Washington Coast Guard would be a good name either. How about Bravehearts, Warriors, Renegades? Well, while each of those names has a benefit of not changing the team's overall aesthetic, they could possibly keep the spear logo, which actually looks real cool on helmets. For example, that's just ditch the feather probably. Well, the Renegades team could also keep the R logo in place. They won't have to change their colors, and the fight song could be tweaked to replace one word. This may have something good. The Washington Renegades or the Washington Bears, the Bravehearts, you got a little problem. How about the Red Tails? This is the name that won a design contest several years ago, and it's not bad. It's a nod to the planes flown by the Tuskegee Airmen, an all-black squadron of fighter and bomber pilots who fought in World War II and were the first black military aviators in the U.S. Armed Forces. 3 of the first 5 admitted airmen were from Washington, which gives the Red Tails name a specific connection to the city. The team could easily keep the colors and the R logo while also transitioning from a name with potential negative connotations to one with extremely positive connotations that honors the city, the services, and Black Americans. I kind of like the Red Tails, but I also like the Renegades. Not bad. Or the Warriors. Not the Bravehearts, maybe the Americans or the Generals. Corporals. Now, Red Hawks, that's okay. But we'll find out if Mr. Snyder's been understanding things as the pressure continues for him to say, going on and on and on. And they're not the only ones considering changing their names. The Cleveland Indians, they're also thinking of changing their name as well. The Cleveland Indians will discuss changing their name, Ken Rosenthal and Zach Mizell of The Athletic originally reported. Founded in 1901 and originally known as the Blues, Cleveland franchise has gone by the Indians moniker since 1915 after also being called the Broncos, and Naps. Sports teams that use Native American imagery, whether in the form of names or design elements, have been an increasing source of controversy. On Friday, of course, the NFL's Washington Redskins said they would consider changing their team's name. Now, as for the Indians, their statement: we are committed to making a positive impact in our community and embrace our responsibility to advance social justice and equality. Our organization fully recognizes our team name is among the most visible ways in which we connect with the community. Now, we have had ongoing discussions organizationally on these terms and issues. The recent unrest in our community and our country has only underscored the need for us to keep improving as an organization on issues of social justice. Aren't you going to, you know better than what you're doing right now, boss. You got to go up there and turn it one more channel. We've had ongoing discussions organizationally on these issues. Recent unrest in our community and our country has only underscored the need for us to keep improving as an organization on issues of social justice. With that in mind, we are committed to engaging our community and appropriate stakeholders to determine the best path forward with regard to our team name. Now, teams at the college level have over the years moved away from Native American-inspired team names and mascots, and the Indians themselves have gradually phased out the Chief Wahoo logo, partially because of pressure from MLB. The last remnants of it went away prior to the 2019 season, when they took the field for the first time in 70 years with no sign of Wahoo on their uniforms. The team still sells a very limited amount of Wahoo merchandise, which they must do in order to maintain control of their trademark. Now, it's far too early in the process to speculate about possible replacements names for the franchise. However, for some time, there's been a groundswell of support for the Indians to take on the name Spiders as a nod to Cleveland's short-lived National League franchise of the late 19th century. Yay. Now, the Braves could be subjected to many of the same post-Chief Wahoo criticisms that Cleveland has been, but they've yet to announce any plans to reconsider their team name and uniform design. That is the Atlanta Braves, folks. What channel? Hi. There we go. Yay, yay. All right. And that's 2 stories.
I'm hosting. Oh my God, I'm freaking out. We're gonna have so much fun. It's gonna be good. I'm gonna grill you. It's good. I can't wait. I love it.
Okay. You're ready for this? Well, Major League Baseball is moving forward with its plans to execute a 60-game 2020 season amid the coronavirus pandemic. Players began reporting to their respective ballparks this week. MLB announced the 60-game season with opening day set for July 23rd or 24th. The league now is yet to release its official 2020 schedule, but teams will play games in their geographic regions, with coronavirus cases surging in parts of the United States, especially in Arizona, California, Florida, and Texas. It's fair to wonder if Major League Baseball will be able to compete this season or complete it. Angels superstar outfielder Mike Trout has become the latest and most notable player to speak about his concerns playing during the COVID-19 outbreak. Trout, who turns 29 next month, is expecting his first child with his wife Jessica in August. Trout told reporters via a media call Friday, "Honestly, I still don't feel that comfortable with the baby coming. There's a lot of things on my mind. I'm trying to be the safest and most cautious. Most cautious way to get through the season. It's going to be tough. I got to be really cautious these next couple of weeks. I don't want to test positive. I don't want to bring it back to my wife. It's a tough situation we're in." Trout has still to make an official decision on whether he'll be with the Angels for their 2020 season opener in 3 weeks. Trout told reporters, including USA Today's Bob Nightingale, that we're playing it by ear. I think the biggest thing is this is our first child. I've got to be there. If I test positive, I can't see the baby for 14 days. We would be upset. I've got to keep Jess safe. I got to keep the baby safe. I have to be really cautious. When asked why he would play in the 2020 season at all, Trout responded, "I love baseball. I love playing this game. We all want to play." Now, Joe Madden, the Angels' new manager, also spoke with reporters Friday via Zoom about the upcoming 2020 season being played amid the coronavirus pandemic. He told reporters, including the Athletics' Fabian Ardaya, that he spoke with teams in a Zoom call on Thursday, allowing Angels players to express their concerns, including Trout. Now, everybody talking about high risk and those kind of individuals opting out, Madden told Nightingale. To me, the person that should opt out is a person who does not want to follow the protocols to a T at any age, any risk. That has been promoted enough. Now, while players and managers, coaches, trainers, translators are away from the ballparks and facilities, they're going to be expected to follow health and safety protocols on their own. And it's seemingly the biggest vulnerability in Major League Baseball's return to play plan. Individuals directly involved in the 2020 MLB season are encouraged to avoid crowded restaurants, bars, and clubs from the league's health and safety manual. As part of MLB's COVID-19 guidelines, players can decide to opt out at any time. Mike Leake of the Diamondbacks, Ian Desmond of the Rockies, and Nationals teammates Joe Ross and Ryan Zimmerman are among the group of players who have elected to sit out this season. In MLB's plan, high-risk players who decide to opt out will receive both their full and service time salaries for the season. Players who have high-risk family members may also decide to opt out, but MLB will leave it up to the teams to make the decision of whether or not they will receive salary or service time. High risk would include people with heart disease, lung disease, cancer, high blood pressure, or diabetes. Coronavirus is commonly considered a respiratory illness, but many of those who have tested positive can experience a wide range of different symptoms, including possible effects on the heart.
We need more tortillas. I'm just glad Trump has his priorities in order. Don't forget, the cupboard was bare.
Five-star maker pick. Oh, this is going to be fun.
What did you do when you became president to restock those cupboards that you say were bare? Well, I'll be honest. I have a lot of things going on.
A few months ago, it seemed unlikely that Maker would ever play college basketball. Now he's about to make college basketball history. Five-star center from the class of 2020 committed to play for Howard University on Friday, making him the highest-rated player to commit to an HBCU in the 24/7 sports era. Maker chose Howard over Kentucky, Memphis, and UCLA, making an announcement on Twitter early Friday morning. There we go. And NASCAR announced, oh man, this is going to hurt. But seven-time NASCAR Cup Series champion Jimmy Johnson has tested positive for coronavirus. Johnson is the first NASCAR driver to test positive for a respiratory disease. He will have to miss this weekend's race in Indianapolis as a result. Johnson is reportedly asymptomatic, but will not be able to return to the sport cleared by a physician. According to Hendricks Motorsports, he was tested today after his wife tested positive for the disease. In a statement released by NASCAR, Johnson says first priority is the health and safety of his loved ones. Teammates are his first priority. I'll never miss a race in my Cup career, but I know it's going to be very hard to watch from the sidelines where I'm supposed to be out there competing. Although this situation is extremely disappointing, I'm going to come back ready to win races and put ourselves in playoff contention. Now, the diagnosis throws a monkey wrench into Johnson's goal of becoming one of three drivers to win at Indianapolis 5 times. Jeff Gordon and Michael Schumacher are the only two who have accomplished this feat. Johnson is currently 12th in the Cup Series standings and holding on an active driver record of 663 consecutive Cup Series starts. Was set to retire at the end of the season. He was also set to test an IndyCar track next week, plan that has also been scrapped. Justin Allgaier is set to be Johnson's replacement and will drive the number 48 Chevy on Sunday. He is a full-time driver in the Xfinity Series, and the number 7 car for JR Motorsports was co-owned by Hendrick, the owner of Johnson's car. The positive test not only means missing this week's race, but potentially missing on the Cup race at Kentucky and the All-Star race in Bristol. We'll bring you updates as they become available.
He's sitting more than 6 feet away from you. Of course, he's probably practicing social distancing, although it's also possible that's one of the conditions of Trump's work release. Donald, your probation requires you to stay at least 6 feet away
All right.
from everyone at all times, or your ankle monitor.
Day two of the Rocket Mortgage Classic leaderboard. Wow. In In a tournament like the 2020 Rocket Mortgage Classic with a dearth of stars, and by the way, if anyone knows the meaning of the word dearth, please let us know. You aren't guaranteed a leaderboard packed with compelling storylines and fun names to follow. Yet, that's what we got after 2 rounds at the Detroit Golf Club. Tops among the storylines heading into round 3 is Chris Kirk, who dropped to 65 on Friday to take a co-lead with Webb Simpson. He had a tough 18-month run, but we could still be in for a sweet ending for this to this chapter of his life with a few more days like he had today. He'll be chased too by a bevy of big, highly ranked players and youngsters trying to climb the world rankings. How good was round 2? Well, tie for first, Chris Kirk at 12 under. From alcohol rehab this time last year to win on the Korn Ferry Tour 2 weeks ago to win on the PGA Tour, that would be the perfect capper of this year for Mr. Kirk. Kirk can keep this up too. He's putting it well so far, but he's hitting it just even excitinger. The statistical profile is sustainable, and we hope it's a story worth rooting for on the weekend at the DGC. He's tied at first with Webb Simpson, minus 12, the best American player in the world. How does that sound? He's the guy to beat after 2 rounds. Now, Matthew Wolff, Bryson DeChambeau, Seamus Power, Mark Hubbard, Ryan O'Moore, Richie Wernsky are all tied at 3 with minus 11. Tied at 9th, Kevin Kisner, Sepp Straka at 10 under. Tied for 20th, Victor Hovland at 8 under. Tied at 55th, Hideki Matsuyama at 5 under. CBS Sports will bring you all the action and excitement of the Rocket Mortgage Classic. You can watch it on CBS Saturday and Sunday afternoons. There you go. Okay, do we have time to do a little plug or two? Okay, let's try to do at least a little plug. Folks, I know you're looking for the action and excitement of Mr. Nick Rekieta for tonight's action. I don't think he has a show tonight. It kind of looks like he's taken this Friday off. So, as they say, stay tuned. I know you're all saying, no show tonight on YouTube. He's going to have a watch party with him and Dwexel. Okay, let's try that again. All right, folks, here we go. Rekieta Law, no Lost Playing the Interwebs tonight. Drexel and Nick will have a watch party on Twitch TV /Rekieta Law sometime around 12:30 Central, 1:30 a.m. Eastern Time. So, wow, that's going to be fun, isn't it? Yeah, it's going to be fun too. Okay, so what's coming up, friends? What is coming up? Well, I'll tell you what's coming up next. Very simple and to the point. It's time for a scoreboard. All right, let's go to it. Let's get you to it. We'll be on. Let's see. I think we started at 12:30. Let's see. 30. If you're ready. Here we go. Scoreboard time. Then we'll do the fun, the excitement, the thrills, chills, and excitement of shoutouts. So if you're ready, we're ready. Here we go, go, go. All right, Spain, La Liga. Athletic Madrid over Mallorca, 3-0 in Belarus. Here are the scores, and we're going to do them in one lump. The Vizcaya Liga and the Vizcaya Liga reserves. Let's go to it all. Slava Mazur over Slutsk, 3-1. Smolevici and Dynamo Brest tied at 3. In the reserve section, Minsk over Belashina, 2-0. Bate over Energetic BGU, 2-1. Gorodega, 0-0 finish with Vitebsk. Neyman, loser to Islak, 2-1 in Denmark. In a Superliga regulation group, Horzens over Esterberg, 2-1. In the regulation group of Estralaska, a couple of ties for you. Korena Kalis and Arka Gdania ended in a 1-1 tie. Wisla beat LKS Loads 2-1. Club friendly action. Schwaz over Fugen 3-1. Vistin and Valesk Medis Gusegs in tie. 1-1 tie between Shaika and Krensnodor. 1-0 score. Gagra over Bolognese and Tiver over FK Strogoino Moscow 2-1. In baseball, the Hiroshima Karp-Hanshin Tigers game was postponed. Meanwhile, the Fukuoka Silverhawks beat the Nippon Ham Fighters 4-1, 4-9-1 for the Hawks, 1-6-0 for the Ham Fighters. And Arihara for the Ham Fighters gets his third loss. Higashihama for the Silverhawks gets his first win. Recton Golden Eagles over the Chibalati Marins, 3-1, 3-10-0 Eagles, 1-4-0 Marins. Norimoto for the Eagles gets a win. He's undefeated, 3-0. Ishikawa for the Marins gets lost 0-1. Okay. Little fun with you. Cebu Lions and New York Buffaloes ended up in a 4-4 tie. 4-11-0 for the Lions, 4-8-1 for the Buffaloes. Neal for the Lions, 0-1. Sakabara for the Buffaloes, Goose Eggs. No win yet. Yokohama Bay Stars over the Acute Swallows, 5-4, 5-11-0 for the Bay Stars, 4-7-1 for the Swallows. Ishikawa for the Bay Stars. No, for the Swallows, got the loss. He's 0-1. Imanaga for the Bay Stars, 2-1. Yomiuri Giants blanked the Chunichi Dragons 5-0, 5-0. 5-6-0 for the Giants, 0-1-1 for Dragons. Shugano for the Giants gets his second win, while Ono gets his second loss. Czech Republic Extraliga action. Ostrava Blansko 7-0, 7-12-0 for Ostrava, and Goose Eggs 7-0 for Blansko. Draki Bruno over Sabat Prague in a mercy game, 16-1 the final score in 6 innings. 16-14-1 for BRNO, 1-6-0 for Prague. Eagles Prague over Hiroshi Brono, 8-2, 8-11-0 for Prague, 2-7-2 for Hiroshi. In the Nicaragua CNBS playoffs, Esteli over Chantails 10-8, 10-16-0 for Esteli, 8-15-2 for Chantails. Boer over Matagalpa 7-2, 7-11-4 for Boer, 2-8-2 for Matagalpa. In South Korea action, the Korean baseball organization Busan Bears over the Hanwha Eagles 2-1, 2-6-0 Bears, 1-5-0 Eagles. KT Wiz Swang over the Kaiwoon Heroes 3-2, 3-10-2 for Suwon, 2-6-3 for the Heroes. SK Wyverns over Lottie Giants 7-4, 7-12-0 for the Wyverns, 4-9-2 for the Giants. Kia Tigers over the NC Dinos 8-2, 8-9-0 for the Tigers, 2-9-0 for the Dinos. Samsung Lions over the LG Twins 9-7, 9-11-0 for the Lions, 7-10-1 for the Twins. CPBL Taiwan baseball first stage. Rakuten Monkeys over the Fubon Guardians 15-8, 15-21-1 for the Monkeys, 8-11-2 for the Guardians. China Trust Brothers over the Uni Lions by a score of 9-3, 9-16-0 Brothers, 3-10-0 for the Lions. And in Taiwan CPBL Minor League, the Weishuan Dragons over the Uni Lions 7-2, 7-9-0 Dragons, 2-10-1 Lions, the sequel. All right, that is that for that. Let's go now and say hey to our friends. And this is going to be fun, I hope. It's going to be fun because we're going to give you at least some of the thrills. Okay. We say hi to Dorothy Malone. Hi to Courtney Lynn Illwood. Hi to Silver Harpenian. To Francetti. To NY Diaz Salinas. Stacy Hayes. Morris Hayes. Frida Hayes. Amy Hayes. Claudia Treos. Orike. We say hello to Charlene Jeter, Portia Coleman. We say hello to Myth Dina White. That's right, Myth Dina, how you doing? If you can't afford your medicine, Appy may be able to help. We also say a brilliant bit of hello to Peter Oida, Louisa Fernanda, Linda Steele, Audrey Dahlgren, Dorothy Malone, Dasha. Hello, why aren't we moving the burning barrel here? Dasha Gonzalez, hi. And that's on Instagram. All my friends on Instagram. We say hello, 2, 3, 4. Let's try again. Right back. And we say a hello to Angela Peterson, Christina Peterson, Yuki Tanaka, Anne-Marie Mann, Jay the Brain Man, Matthew Nichols, Jerry Nichols, Nancy Nichols, January J. Keaton and her little Bambino and Bambinette. You know, hedging. Bammer. There you go. We say hello also to Marielle Lou. How are you? To Kiki Fernandez, to Kika Bachman Tech, Ricky Pickoff. And to some of the other fun folks, to Sabu, Melissa Coates, Kellyanne Collins, Mandy Summers, We also say, excuse me. We also say hello to Joe Ranta. Hi. To Nick Mantis, all my friends over there at TV6. How y'all doing? What else do we have? Anything? Oh, you know what? I don't want to miss any friends, so I'm going to say hello to everyone on Facebook, Twitter. We say hi to everybody as we normally do. So no Charlene Jeter, Brenda Dixon, hi there. All my friends watching, I hope you all. Thank you for watching. It is. Gee, how fun was that? Anyway, we are totally done with tonight's broadcast. We want to thank all of you for watching. It's been 45 minutes, and we are on time for a change. Thank you, everybody. We will talk to you all tomorrow. I would say same time tomorrow. We will be at 11:45. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being a fan. We will talk to you all tomorrow. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell everybody the show's back. Better than ever. I'm Steve Baxley. For everybody who's a part of this here show, good night. Good night, everybody. Good night, America, wherever and whomever you are. This has been a presentation of Mystifying Creativity Productions in association with the L2C Sports Network. Well, no, it's the L2C Media Network and L2C Sports. I talk too fast. We'll see you tomorrow night when I'll be talking so slow. We'll probably be done with this in an hour. Thanks, everybody, and pray for this. Please just pray. Pray for this. Just pray. Pray I can get it all sheared and go back to my short hair. Anyway, we'll talk more tomorrow. Good night, everybody.